In forests and parks across the globe, there's a rhythmic tapping sound echoing through the trees. It's not a machine or a musical instrument, it's a bird at work. The woodpecker, a master of rhythm and survival, is far more than just a bird that hammers on trees. There are over 230 known species of woodpeckers, and they live almost everywhere on Earth, from dense jungles to suburban neighborhoods. However, they are absent from Australia, Madagascar, and Antarctica. One of the woodpecker's most iconic traits is its strong, chisel-like beak. This tool is used not only for drilling into trees to find food but also for excavating nesting cavities and communicating through sound. Each species has its own drumming pattern used to mark territory and attract mates. A woodpecker's tongue is truly extraordinary. It can extend far beyond the length of its beak, sometimes even wrapping around the back of its skull when retracted. This long, sticky tongue allows it to extract insects and larvae from deep crevices in bark. The woodpecker's head and neck are uniquely adapted to absorb shock. Inside the skull are sponge-like bones that cushion the brain, while specialized muscles in the neck reduce the impact of repeated blows. This biological shock absorber protects the bird from concussions, even after thousands of pecks per day. Some woodpeckers feed on ants and termites, while others eat berries, nuts, sap, or even small reptiles. A few species specialize in drilling holes into trees to feed on the sugary sap beneath the bark, attracting insects as well, a two-in-one buffet. Woodpeckers have strong zygodactyl feet, two toes pointing forward and two backward, that help them grip bark firmly. Their stiff tail feathers act like a third leg, bracing them against the trunk while they climb vertically. They are known for their excellent hearing. Woodpeckers can detect tiny movements of larvae inside wood, guiding their beaks to exactly the right spot to start drilling. Not all woodpeckers live in forests. Some species have adapted to deserts, open woodlands, and even urban areas. As long as there are trees or wooden structures, these birds find a way to thrive. Woodpeckers play a vital ecological role by creating tree cavities that are later used by owls, squirrels, bats, and other birds. Each breeding season, many species carve out a brand new nest cavity, leaving the old one available to others. They don't line their nests with soft materials. Instead, the nest cavity is left bare or with a simple layer of wood chips created during excavation. Despite the minimal furnishings, the nests provide safety and insulation for the young. Depending on the species, a woodpecker pair lays between 3 and 7 eggs per breeding cycle. Both parents usually take turns incubating the eggs and feeding the chicks. Young woodpeckers are born blind and featherless but grow rapidly. Within a few weeks, they learn to climb and even start practicing their first pecks by mimicking their parents. Some species store food for the winter. The acorn woodpecker, for example, drills tiny holes into trees and stashes acorns for future use, creating what's known as a granary tree. Not all woodpeckers migrate. In temperate zones, many stay year-round, relying on their ability to find hidden insects under tree bark even in freezing temperatures. Their flight pattern is distinctive, a series of quick wing beats followed by glides, giving their movement a wave-like appearance through the air. While most woodpeckers are relatively small, some, like the great slaty woodpecker, are quite large and powerful. Others, such as the imperial woodpecker of Mexico, are critically endangered or possibly extinct due to habitat loss. Woodpeckers use visual displays as well as sound. Males may bob their heads, flash their crest feathers, or circle tree trunks to deter rivals or court females. In many cultures, woodpeckers symbolize persistence, rhythm, and connection with nature. In mythology, they often appear as sacred or prophetic birds, particularly in Native American and European traditions. Even though they are built to handle repetitive pecking, woodpeckers still face threats. Habitat destruction, logging, and the removal of old trees used for nesting pose significant risks. Their feathers are often colored in bold black, white, and red patterns. These markings can act as camouflage among tree bark or as signals to other birds. One myth suggests that woodpeckers drum on trees to search for food, but in many cases, they are actually sending messages. Their rhythmic drumming is a language of its own, as specific as birdsong. Some species are known for their intelligence. They remember feeding spots, return to productive trees, and have even been observed using tools or modifying their foraging behavior. Even their nostrils are adapted for their lifestyle. Tiny feathers or membranes protect their nasal passages from sawdust and debris while drilling. Woodpeckers don't sing like songbirds, but their calls can be sharp, high-pitched, or cackling. These vocalizations help them keep in contact with mates or warn intruders. While woodpeckers are often solitary, They may gather in loose groups during migration or at food-rich sites. Some species are more social than others, particularly those that live in cooperative breeding groups. Their sharp claws and strong legs make them unmatched climbers in the bird world. They can scale vertical surfaces quickly and even hang upside down to access hidden insects. In winter, woodpeckers switch diets. Some consume more seeds, nuts, and suet, which is why many people see them visiting backyard feeders during colder months. Woodpeckers' beaks and skulls regenerate over time. The beak wears down but grows continuously, keeping its strength and shape through the bird's life. They are masters of adaptation. Whether in dense jungle or city park, the woodpecker has found a way to survive, thrive, and keep tapping its timeless rhythm into the trees. So the next time you hear a steady knock echoing through the forest, remember, that's not just noise, it's a story. A story of evolution, resilience, and a bird that carved its niche with nothing but patience and persistence.